Hello my fierce art family, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So for this video, I am going to share with you my Rosa Gallery fine art watercolor. So these are 14 classic watercolors from Rosa Gallery that is available on this metal tin and also on their 10 ml tubes right here. And I am going to share with you some live swatching today, my sample painting, and my final fierce verdict about this paint. So without further ado, let's get started. Let's talk about Rosa Ukraine a little bit more. So Rosa is a leading Ukrainian manufacturer of professional art products, hobby, decorating, and other creativity materials. Their history began in 1996, and they have experience in production of art materials, not only Ukrainian, but also world artists work with Rosa brand products. They have been exporting their art materials over 15 years now to countries like USA, Netherlands, Romania, Moldova, Germany, France, Estonia, Greece, Slovenia, and so much more. They manufacture and produce not just watercolors, but also oil paints, acrylics, gouache paints, canvases, art brushes, art papers, hobby and craft materials, and creators' kits. Now let's talk about the packaging. So Rosa Gallery have several sets of their classic colors. So there is a set of 12 classic colors on the smallest metal tin case, and then there is the 14, which is this one. There is also a 21 classic color set and a 24 classic color set. That one is on a plastic packaging, and then the newest one that they have is the classic 35, wherein they have 35 of their watercolors. There is also a tube set which includes 14 classic 10 ml watercolors. It is exactly the same one as this palette that we have for today. And let me just do a quick unboxing. Well, this is how the box looks like. That's the top, that's the bottom, just the same. And then at the back, it shows all of the colors that we expect, including their pigment numbers, transparency, opaqueness, and all that. And also if it's granulating or natural colors. And then the light fast rating is also there. A little bit of information right here wherein it says Rosa Gallery artist watercolors are developed according to the requirements and recommendations of the professional artists. Classic set combines the traditional colors of the watercolor painting techniques. The majority of the colors being single pigments enable us to obtain numerous amazing pure shades when the colors are mixed, so on and so forth. It says organic gum arabic provides perfect adhesion and even color flow. High quality organic and inorganic pigments guarantee purity and transparency of each colors. And high pigment concentration supplies the artist with a wide range of colors, from airy transparent to full opaque. Rosa Gallery artist watercolors give the artist opportunity to apply various art techniques and so much more in there. And this is a photo of what we expect to see inside. And then those are the social media accounts, and there's a QR code in here. So put a tape on this one because I have already opened this up before. And then it goes like this. Beautiful box actually, and it's laser cut over here, just really stunning, so nice. And this is the lock, pretty also, just a nice wooden box. I think it's not really anything special type of wood. So there, then let's open it. And here are the 10 ml tubes that we have on this set. So everything here are exactly the same ones that we are going to swatch for today. So you will see all of the swatches of the exact same color. The one that we're going to swatch today is this one, the Rosa Gallery watercolors with 24 2.5 ml pans, and that's their full pan. They do not have any half pan as of the moment, but they have a 15 ml tube as well. So it says that produced in Ukraine, developed in collaboration with professional artists. This is how it looks on the sides. And it says that it conforms to the ASTM D. And these are the colors. So you have a preview of the colors that you will have inside, and then the pigment codes, the transparency, and the light fastness are there also. Even the nature of it, if it's a natural pigment or not, or if it's granulating or non-granulating, is already included there. So a lot of fun information in this box. It's quite unique because this one is actually a sleeve, and then you have the box right there. So I think they can just they could have placed all of that information on just one box, but yeah, Rosa Gallery wants to do it that way. All right, so this is how the case looks like. It is a nice blue, which is very different from all the others, wherein most of the brands with artist grade or colors, or even just student grade, they have just plain black color for their tin. And then this one, we have 5 wells instead of the usual 4 for the other brands. Still has this ring that you can put your finger, and then you can hold it like so when you do some plein air painting. And this is how it looks inside. You have Rosa Gallery in there, and this is my swatch card that I initially made from way back because I have used this several times already on my paintings. But if you notice that most of my palettes are very clean, it's because yes, I do clean them. My previous job is a nurse. I work in a hospital, and it's just customary for me to have everything clean. And I have a separate mixing plate instead that I use. I have several of those, and if you want, I can show it to you on some other videos because I have a lot. Yeah, so that's why they're all clean. And these are the colors that we have in here. So since this is already used, I have already unwrapped them, but I can show to you that I just placed it underneath, so they are right there. So imagine that it's just like it's a sticker, so it was on top before, and then now I just put it on the bottom. So initially it was like that. I can insert a photo here of how they look like anyway. When I initially got them, I put it on my Instagram at The Fierce Art. So there, those are the colors, and all of these colors are also available on their other classic sets, such as the Classic 21, the Classic 24, and the new Classic 35. So just more colors are added on those since we only have 14 in here. But that is the most that we can put on this type of palette, on this size. Let's call it medium instead, or the regular size. You cannot put anything in here or in the middle unless you have those very tiny pans and you have some tubes and you wanted to pour, and that shouldn't be a problem. But nonetheless, if you wanted to buy open stock, you cannot add more there because that space is not sufficient enough to put another one. Unless you remove this part, of course, if you still wanted to add more colors to this palette, and you can just put them underneath instead, and you can add, let's say, 7 more, and you will have 21 colors in there for sure. As usual, I have my swatch sheet right here, and I have hand-drawn the butterflies using the Sakura Micron fine liners. I labeled them with the names and the pigment numbers and also light fast rating, transparency, and whatnot. And the paper that I have used is this Fabriano 1264 made in Italy watercolor paper that is 25% cotton, 300 grams, and A4 in size. The brush that we're going to use today is this Raphael Soft Aqua 8056 in size number 4. It's a mop brush. It's the exact same one as the regular sized one, but today I just feel like I wanted to use this mop brush even though it's my travel size one. Starting off with Cadmium Yellow. So I noticed that Cadmium Yellow is available on all of their watercolor sets, or almost all of their watercolor sets. So whichever you grab, you will have this color. I don't pre-wet the pans. I just go right at it so that I see the full potential. And then we can just go back and then add a little bit more. Cadmium Lemon is PY35. It says that it is N, natural pigment, has 3 stars for high light fastness, and it is semi-opaque. The next color that we have right here is a Cadmium Yellow Light with pigment PY35. Cadmium Yellow Light still has the N sign for natural pigment used, 3 stars for high light fastness, and it is semi-opaque. The third one is Cadmium Orange, pigment P020, which is really its pigment. But for this color, they added a Cadmium Yellow Light, which is a PY35. So this Cadmium Orange is not a pure pigment. It says that it has N for natural pigment, 3 stars, which is high light fastness, and also semi-opaque. It's a beautiful warm orange. The next color that we have right here is Cadmium Red Light. 2 pigments, PR108 and PO20. So it's cadmium red and a cadmium orange combined. I just wish that both the cadmium orange and the cadmium red light are just pure pigments, but that's how Rosa Gallery created theirs. This one says it's GN, so it's granulating and natural pigment. It has 3 stars, so high light fastness, and it is transparent. And the 5th color we're swatching is Mother Red. And Mother Red has 2 pigments. We have PR177 and PR264. Unfortunately, PR177 is believed to be non-light fast, and that is anthraquinone red. But PR264 which is a pyrrole red, is supposed to be light fast. So they are both mixed and combined to create this mother red. It's a beautiful red, more of a blue tone red for me. This mother red has 3 stars, which means high light fastness, and it is transparent. The next now that we're swatching is green, and this green is PG8. And this green is rated 2 on the light fast rating, meaning medium light fastness. And PG8 is fugitive. This is also a transparent color. Honestly, it is a beautiful green for me. It's just sad that this is not light fast. Let's see if Rosa Gallery will put a more light fast green in the future instead to replace this one, or as an alternative to this one, because this green is available in almost all of their sets. Here we have another green, and this is the emerald green with PG7. And PG7 is a green shade copper phthalocyanine, or in other words, a phthalo green. It's actually beautiful, but for phthalos, as we know, it is highly staining. So you have to watch out for that. And this one is given 3 stars on the rating, highlight fastness, and it is transparent. Now we have another single pigment, and we have here cobalt blue, and cobalt blue is PB28. This has G for granulating and N for natural pigment used. Has 3 stars for highlight fastness, and it is semi-opaque. I noticed that this cobalt blue is not that crazy pigmented, but it could be good when you are painting light skies instead, or if you wanted to mix your own greens. Another blue, one of the primary blues, is Ultramarine. Here we have a more intense color. This is granulating, as all of the ultramarines, and it's PB29. It has 3 stars, meaning highlight fastness, and it is semi-opaque. A pretty decent ultramarine, if I can add. This next color is one of the colors that I really like on this palette. Even though it's made out of 3 pigments, this is Indigo. And Indigo of Rosa Gallery has PB15:1, and that is a phthalo blue. Also has PV19, which is a quinacridone violet, and a PBK7, which is a carbon black. But it is really a nice mixture. I even use this one for shadows instead of paint spray, since I do not have a paint spray in the beginning. I just use this one or mix my own shadow color. It's pretty interesting, and it already covered up everything, so that's quite opaque on 2 brush strokes. But it says here that it is semi-transparent and 3 stars for highlight fastness. Now swatching some earth colors, starting with yellow ochre, and this one has 2 pigments. A PY43, which is a natural yellow iron oxide, and it's a warm earthy yellow ochre, but it is mixed with a PY42, which is also a yellow oxide, but it is a chemical one. A little bit duller and buff shade than the natural yellow ochre or iron oxide. But still a pretty decent color for me. I'm adding a little bit over here just to see. Yeah. And this has 3 stars, highlight fastness, and it is semi-opaque. The next one is Umber. And Umber is I think I need more. PBR7. This one says it has a natural pigment. It has 3 stars. And it is semi-opaque. Not so much pigment for Umber, but yeah, we try again. Another stroke. This is our brown pigment here. It's good that it's pure pigment, at least. PBR7 is a natural brown iron oxide. Okay, I'm going to try to add a little bit more. There's 2 colors that uses PBR7. Mostly that is referred to an umber and a sienna. But this palette does not include any sienna color. Another brown, we have Sepia. And this Sepia is made out of 3 pigments. We have a PBR7, same as the umber. That is, again, natural brown iron oxide. And then there is a PBK7, which is a carbon black. And a PR177, once again, that was here on the Mother Red earlier, which is a pigment red or anthraquinone red. It says it has N for natural pigment, 3 stars for highlight fastness, and semi-opaque. So if you do commission arts or if you hang your watercolor paintings on the wall, then you probably have to be careful about this sepia. Since this might be fugitive, you can do your own light fast test if you wish to. And last but not the least, here we have a neutral black that has 3 pigments. So this one has a PB15:1, and we know that that's a phthalo blue. Okay. Oh, that's really dark. It also has PBK7, carbon black, and PR177 once again, anthracnone red. So, friendly warning, be careful if you wish to put your paintings on an exhibit, hang it on the walls. If that doesn't bother you, you're an illustrator, or you create stickers and other printable items, then that shouldn't bother you at all. And you should just always enjoy painting, no matter what other people say. Don't let the fugitiveness or light fastness bother you unless it is really needed with your job, unless it's very necessary, then you have to take caution. But if not, then enjoy painting, because as you see, we have beautiful colors on this set, and this is artist grade. And I have been painting with Rosa for quite some time. I really like it, but I will let you know more about my thoughts on our next stages. So let me share with you another swatch that I created last year, 2022. So this is more than a year right now, and there is no fading because this is on the book where I put all my other swatches for the other brands sets of watercolors that I have. And comparing it with the live swatches today, it is actually pretty much similar, even though they're different types of papers. And I really do think that the illustrations that I have created have shown the potential of these watercolors, just or rather monocolor painting on those illustrations. So I really think that this really is a beautiful set, especially for mixing watercolors. You can go by just all of these, and if you are not worried about the light fastness, then you can fully enjoy this entire watercolor set. I, of course, have already mentioned my favorites, the Indigo. Really pretty, and this one doesn't just serve as a night color or a dark shade for me. I also use that for doing shadows, and yeah, I really like this one. And also, a lot of people are saying that Rosa Gallery is not very good with their earth tones, but they're pretty decent for me, especially that I think this I glazed a couple of times to show the intensity of the color on how it could get. Neutral black. This one has a phthalo blue, a PBK7, and a PR177 on it, so it's not a pure PBK7 or PBK9. So for me, it could also act as another mix of paints grade. They just put a neutral black in there. So yeah, overall, I really like the swatches. They swatch nicely, and then they perform well on these sketches. And now I am going to share with you some sample paintings. So for the sample painting, I have my mini paintings first. So this is one of them. And yeah, I usually just share mini paintings because I feel like this is really the paintings that I enjoy creating. these are the two recent ones that I created only with this set. So for this one, I have used the greens. Of course, a lot of greens are shown in there, and then a mix of the Cobalt Blue Ultramarine and Emerald Green for the handle of this paintbrush. And yeah, only a little bit of the reds, just some accents over there. And then the other mini painting that I have created here is this one. It's a bird cage with some flowers, and I think it's really pretty. So I used all of the reds and the orange there, and this two yellows also in this painting. Of course, I used the cadmium yellow light, by the way, for the sunflower over here. And then to put a little bit of depth, I used the neutral black, but I actually added a little bit more color on the neutral black. I added some of the madder red and cobalt blue, so I will have that shade of gray over there. And yes, so basically those are my two mini paintings. Let me know what you think about them on the comments section down below. But aside from these two mini paintings, since I have played with the 24 classic watercolor set that is on a plastic case that I have shared earlier, I have created two paintings of that, which is an A4 version or a larger version of two mini paintings that I have created before. So this one you see right here, I have created this on a mini using a different brand. And the paper that I have used here is exactly the same paper that we used for the swatching, the Fabriano 1264 watercolor paper, but 25% cotton. So yeah, same paper over there. And but this one, as I mentioned, I used the 24 watercolor set. So some of the colors, of course, all of these 14 are present and used on that one, but some, like the ribbon, that's the turquoise, probably mixed with some of the greens, like a potato green. And yeah, that's on the 24 watercolor set. And then there's purple on that set too. Let me just grab my swatch here. Yeah, there was a violet on that set. That's our turquoise, and then a bright blue. But yeah, I will focus on that set, which is on this plastic case, and I will create a separate video about that one. So that's one painting, and then I have another one also. Both of them are larger versions of something that I have already painted initially as a mini painting before, but those two both got sold already because I do commission arts, and a lot of people loves to buy the original mini paintings, so I sold them. And then I recreated this, not exactly the same, different colors and a variety on the flowers and the plants. But yeah, so I really had so much fun on painting this one. And this one involves a lot of indigo. Actually, what should we call it? The outline is, I used indigo for that. And just a mixture of colors. This one in the middle, I painted that wet on wet using a variety of colors that we have here. So the cobalt blue, the cadmium yellow, this is why you see a little bit of yellow in there. Then of course the emerald green I used on those also. So yeah, I share 4 paintings, and maybe next time we can just sit down and do a live painting using these watercolors instead. But for now, that's it. And I really do think that this is a beautiful set, either just this 14 classic watercolor set or just the 24 or whichever. Just be mindful of the pigments depending on your profession or how you or what kind of artist you are. If you sell them and you do some art exhibitions, commission paintings, and paintings that need to be hung on the wall, that's a different situation. You will be considering light fastness. If not, then not a problem at all, because whatever other people say, what other YouTubers, whatever reviewers say, to be honest, the only thing that matters is you. If you enjoy the paints, if you resonate with the colors, if you like the output or the performance of the pigments of the sets, then that's what matters. Your happiness is what matters, because at the end of the day, we make art to express ourselves. Thank you so much for watching this video. So please let me know your thoughts on the comments section down below. What do you think about this set? What is your favorite Rosa Gallery watercolor? Or if you don't have it yet, which color would you like to try from this brand? And please consider subscribing, because in that way you help my very small YouTube channel, and YouTube will notify you whenever I upload a new video. So see you on my next video, and follow me on social media so we be friends. Keep in touch, and my Instagram is @thefierceart, same as my TikTok and Facebook. Love you all, and remember to keep on creating, keep on working on your art.